Hey everyone, this is Sam with MissionMonday.com, and I'm going to do another one of these audio blogs. And I'm going to let you know I'm already a little worried that it's going to be an audio rant and not an audio blog. I'm going to try not to rant too much. I'm going to try to make this more productive. But I will let you know I'm talking about something that gets in my nerves. And I've talked with Mark about this. I've talked with Nate Eklund about this, that there's a lot of really connected educators on social media, specifically on Twitter, that are putting out a lot of positivity that really, the message drives me bananas. I think it's a little too, it's not exactly what I would call realistic. I think sometimes it maybe denies the fact of just how hard our jobs really are. And it can undermine and give people a false sense of what's really going to work and what's really going to make a difference. And I know we're just trying to support each other. I know that when we put those things out there, that it's all about support. It's all about how can we help each other get through this. But I think there's a better way to do it. And there was one yesterday that I saw that got under my skin for some reason, completely transparent. It probably shouldn't have got underneath my skin. It's not that big of a deal, but I read it and I went, no, that's not what I think. It's not what I believe, and I think we can do better. And the tweet was one of those that had the really nice little graphic that goes along with it, and it said, positive thoughts lead to positive action. And I just really, for the most part, don't believe that. I mean, sometimes, somebody's going to say, just have a positive thought today. Just have positive attitude and everything is going to be okay. The number of people that I have seen that have said they're going to display a positive attitude and then nothing really changes drives me bonkers. I really think it's the other way around, folks. I think it's positive actions lead to positive attitude, that it's positive actions lead to positive thoughts. I'm going to give you an example from just this morning. I got into my office this morning and I do what I shouldn't do, but it's part of my habit. I'll open up my computer and I log onto my email. And I'm going to let you know that overnight, the emails that arrive in the superintendent's inbox are not always the most rosy things. It's not a lot of good news that comes to my mailbox from the time I leave the office to the time I return. I had some negative attitude. I had some negative thoughts. And I decided, knock it off and just get out of your office. Go do something positive. So it's one of the things I love to do. You guys, if you follow along, you know that it's one of the habits I like to make. Walked out to our back parking lot and I just hung out while all my students were driving in and my buses were arriving, and I was waving at kids, drivers as they came in. And instead of just saying, all right, Sam, have a better attitude, I got out there and I did something positive. Another example, just really recently, more on a personal level, I knew I had this plan. I had not been feeling good about myself. I'm not in the shape that I want to be, not taking care of myself like I should. And it's so easy after I lay Ezra down for the night with my wife to just sit on the couch and let's cue up another episode of Atlanta and just hang out. And I went, no, I got a new workout plan. I don't want to go work out. I just want to relax. But I'm going to go take some positive action. So I went and I just spent 20 minutes hitting it hard and getting a good workout in. And then I came in and I sat on the couch and I relaxed. And that positive action carried over into a positive attitude that night. And when I woke up at 5:50 the next morning, still the positive attitude that day. So those are some good things that come out of taking positive action. It's not about the emotions that we manufacture and we try to make ourselves feel. It's what are you doing? What's observable? What are you making happen on a consistent basis? What action are you taking? Because even when you are in a bad mood, but you take the initiative to do something positive, number one, I think it's going to put you in a better mood. I think it's going to bring about that positive attitude. Let's say that it doesn't. You still did something good that day. Now, on the converse, if I just decide I'm going to have a positive attitude today, but no action comes out of it, glad you had a positive attitude, but what good did you do? And I think we can do better than that. I think we can do better than that for each other when it comes to supporting each other. Mark, I'm even going to pick on you a little bit because your mission this week, it's a good mission, all about grit, displaying grit. But I expanded a little bit. Don't just tell people to display grit. Tell them how they can display grit. Tell them about displaying grit. So that's why I added on to that. Hey, make sure that you go to somebody who you know is struggling and tell them about a time that you almost quit and why you didn't quit. That's an action we're taking. That conversation is happening instead of just saying, hey, let's have some grit. So again, a little more of a rant, but I think it's important. Yeah, maybe sometimes positive thoughts lead to positive actions. Way more inclined to think that positive actions, they're going to lead to more positive actions. And then some positive thoughts and positive attitude will come along with it as well. Before I wrap up, I can't remember if I mentioned this last time, but I think it's worth bearing repetition. It's a weird way to phrase that. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Nate Eklund flew down from Minnesota, and we had this Goat Rodeo Roadshow, and we were not sure how it was going to go. And we had a great guest in John Scretta. He did an outstanding job. Nate was a great facilitator. Amazing guests in the audience, and my buddy Matt was good enough to come and take tickets, and I'm going to give Matt a shout out. Matt, you really helped us out. What really, really helped me out is when it all got done, Matt said, Sam, you tried to explain this to me and you couldn't quite do it. Now that I know what this event is, I know I can bring 5 people back that are going to love it. And Nate and I had that conversation, and Nate, I hope I'm not getting too ahead of it because I know we're still working on these plans, but it sounds like the Goat Rodeo Roadshow is coming back to Nebraska, and we're going to do this roadshow, I think, 4 times this fall, winter in some capacity, and in Omaha and in Lincoln and who knows where else. Guests to be determined, location pretty much locked down, but we'll maybe figure out some other things. If you don't know what a Goat Rodeo is or a Goat Rodeo Roadshow, man, you should have been there. You missed out. Like I said, good news is there's going to be some more. So stay tuned on all our social media platforms for that. As always, go check out Mission Monday. Even though school year is wrapping up, we're going to be done with missions. Still going to keep bringing you content over the summer. Make sure you check out our events page at missionmonday.com because Mark and I do have some things coming up all the way, I think, into like 2019. And if you want to hear us, you want some of this live and in action, Mission Monday is where you can find out how to get Mark and I to show up at your place and help you make the world a better place 1 week at a time. I think that's all I have. Love you guys. Thanks for listening.